long pulled up. Oi. Capitalism, man. Modern day life is fucked up. Another video on our microbiome and our gut bacteria. Oh my god. Hi, it's Connor, your gay little brother or big brother. Today, connorhea wants to talk about Neanderthals, not Thals, Neanderthals, homo sapiens, and circadian rhythm. 3 days sober today, but in other words, you could say it's also 18 or 19 days because well, we'll save that for another video. I'm not gonna think that all progress is gone because I'm healthy, I've got desire and drive, I've been sleeping great, gym and good food, you know, we could be in worse situations. Anyway, I want to start by talking about your circadian rhythm. When your body releases melatonin and tells you, right, get to bed, how long you sleep, the sleep cycle of that, the REM sleep, when your brain starts filtering things and toxins and you start getting restorative kip. I just spat a dragon fruit seed out, I'm going to keep that in. And in where I'm from, we say get kip, go to kip, you need some kip, sleep, go to get kip. When you wake up and when your brain releases cortisol in the morning, whether we should be like hunting, at the gym, working, doing something, cooking, foraging, finding things. Anyway, I am like a fat, sleepy baby at 8:30. Yeah. Sun goes down, I turn into a fat, sleepy baby. It's like, I haven't got a fucking narcolepsy or anything, but like I can't stay awake. Just, if I'm in the perfect environment and I'm not out with friends, which I never am, I sometimes work quite late, which is why I hate teaching this schedule. But I'm fucking knackered and I'm just like I told you, like a fat little sleepy baby, just like smoked a spliff and ate some brownies, but I don't smoke spliffs and I do eat brownies. And then I'll sleep from about, it's quite annoying actually, because then I'll force myself to stay awake, and when I went home to my mum's and dad's, I was doing it as well, and I was like, right, am I going up to bed already? I was like, I can't stay awake any longer, and I'll wake up at 3, okay? 2 or 3, because my body's obviously going, right, you've had enough, you've gone through the 4 90-minute cycles we need during sleep, 4 90-minute cycles, I'm sure. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, about 7 hours, my body starts releasing cortisol to say, get the fuck up. And on another note, also try and do not raise my blood sugar in my last meal, because if I raise my blood sugar about 3 or 4 hours later, my blood sugar will dip and I'll be woken up again. So I eat like high protein, low sugar, normal carbs, I don't know. But I read that back in the day, by the way, Neanderthals 400,000 years ago up until 40,000 years ago, 40,000 years. Homo sapiens 300,000 years. In Africa, we're still here. But many of us have got 1 to 2% DNA of Neanderthals. And recently, people have discovered that Neanderthals were a lot more smarter, civilized, dynamic, complex than we originally thought. And did you know Neanderthals and Homo sapiens existed at the same time, of course, definitely overlapped. They met. They did more than meet. Every meeting wasn't always so violent. We bred. We mated. And Neanderthals mixed into the normal Homo sapien race that we have now. The most modern one, which apparently there's not going to be another human race for a long time because of the diversity and the traveling and the things and the access that we have to the rest of the world like we used to. So the human race that we've got now is maybe the last one or whatever I read. So basically, that circadian rhythm, 3 a.m. I read that people used to sleep when the sun goes down. You imagine we don't have a fucking artificial light, a screen, a lamp. We have fire, and then go to sleep at 3, wake up at 3, have sex, pray, tell stories, chat for a little bit, go back to bed at 3, and about like 4, and then wake up again at about 6 or 7 or whatever. And before I knew this, I was really stressing about my sleep. I was taking melatonin, which I wouldn't take now because I've read about the effects that it has on your heart, and I just don't think it's natural. We shouldn't be taking melatonin. If you swear by melatonin, good for you. I read some studies which are pretty scary about cardiovascular and in children and adults. So yeah, cardiovascular stuff. Try and get your own melatonin secreted in a natural way by no blue light, wind down ritual, go to bed every day at the same time. So I was really concerned about that. I was trying everything to get to sleep. Then I like my body after I got sober and I started at the gym, and I'm just kind of, when you get sober, you definitely, in case you don't already know it, you know, I literally think alcohol is like spiritually the most toxic thing ever for the soul, body, mind, physiology, just everything. But yeah, when you get sober and you are not just like a figurine of fucking alcohol, a mascot for alcohol, whatever, you step into your kind of natural state and whatever. That is my natural state, mate. I am well in touch. Sound really smart right now, don't I? I'm really fucking in touch, basically. The past year, I've figured out with us as humans, and when you think about humans as animals, which we are, treat yourself like an animal for a second. The way you're fed, the way you're watered, sleep, activity, development, relaxation, dopamine, serotonin. We're just fucking dynamic animals. And when you think that we've been alive for 300,000 years and the office and 9 to 5 and the screens 30 years, the screens have been about 30, you know, like the how much we use screens and stuff like that, 30 years, and you've got like the office job and the modern day. We are not programmed for any of this, and now I feel like I'm not fucking crazy anymore. I don't know whether I feel glad that I found out this information and I've had a bit of an awakening with it. I'm not going to start wearing fucking elephant pants, getting hair stretchers, wearing dreadlocks and fannying around a fire in Bali, although I'd really like to do that at some point in my life. I'm just taking a dig at fucking hippies then. I live in Vietnam teaching English, mate. There's so many fucking backpackers who just take loads of drugs and teach English here and wear like elephant pants and shit and like find themselves in the jungle, man. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know whether to feel sad that I've got this information, because now I'm so stressed out that what I'm doing actively every day in the city I'm living in is just not tuning into us naturally as humans, or happy that now I know it. Went on holiday with my mates for Lunar New Year to Phu Quoc Island for Lunar New Year, as I've just said, and this most peaceful moment I had was when I didn't really consciously think about this. It just kind of was the moment where the world fucking stopped, because I live in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, and before this I lived in Hanoi, so you know, don't get the cue, Connor. I think it's time to move soon. The most time I felt at peace was when I heard the ocean waves, the sea, the trees. There was silence, no music, no karaoke in the background, no nothing. Dog, someone was like frying something, there was a fire. Well, it was frying on the barbecue, it wasn't a fire, it was daytime. And then that's when like your physiology, your makeup, which is made up of the last 300,000 years of speciation and natural selection and evolution, what does something to us. That's what literally makes a reaction in your brain. The outside world and the surroundings. If you live in a beautiful part of America, a beautiful part of England, beautiful part of anywhere in the world where you can step into nature and have actual silence. I can't remember what that's like, because I've lived in the two biggest cities in Vietnam for the past 7 years. Before that I lived in Ha Long Bay, and yeah, that was you could find silent parts there, but I was quite young and like drunk all the time to really value it. So I think that this has been revolutionary in the way I think about food, surroundings, peace, serenity. We are animals, and I do not feel crazy now that I should not be underneath those butcher block office lights at 8 p.m. And here's onto a bit of another story now while I'm here. My ADHD's going crazy. How much are we supposed to be producing every day then? This is what I've been bringing it back to then. So everything I'm thinking about, every section and aspect of life, whether it's physical exertion, doing high intensity on the treadmill, 30 minutes, are we supposed to be doing 30 minutes exertion on the treadmill? I feel like we are, and I feel good when I do that, especially for Matt. I've got an arrhythmia, so I'm quite proud that I've done that, because I've always wanted to be a gym bro, and now I'm a fucking gym bro. I'm eating loads of chicken and eggs and all that shit. So basically, I've brought it back to like, should we be doing that now? Whenever I've got a problem, I've brought it back to, should we be doing that? Would sapien, does the body, as it is, as a species, should it be doing that? And most things are like, not really. Oh, so 5 traits of Traits of Homo sapiens. Number 1, situational awareness. Not always hyper aware, but very tuned into movement, faces, changes in environment. And this has been dulled down by screens and indoor life, okay? Indoor life. I just want to say that one more time. Sat indoors. So yeah, we've made the modern day house. We've got shelter, we've got warmth, we've got medicine for diseases. I don't think modern day humans have done it, have been a total shit show, but we should definitely be merging that with who we should really be doing. Just think that you're always used to seeing a big plane of like space in front of you, like always a view, whether that's some narrow trees, you're in a forest, but indoor life, we're not even made for fucking indoor life. Next one, strong social wiring. We're built for small tight groups between 20 and 50 people. Deep bonds, reading emotion, telling stories, and this has been dulled down by surface level interaction and digital interaction. So just consider whether or not you've got enough communication in your life, which is actually real communication, which I have not got a lot these days. Only when I go and see my students, and the once or twice a week I meet friends, because I've got no friends in this city. Endurance and movement, this is the biggest thing ever. And you know, try telling just the normal everyday citizen in whatever country you're at and to move every day and do things, because a lot of people actually don't, and that is fine. You know, people walk a lot, and people do have laborious jobs, and they might walk different places in their city and maybe go to the gym now and then. But yeah, moving yourself, which I think if you're watching this and you're interested in health and longevity, you already know that's just paramount to strength, bones, your posture, your skin, collagen, you know, move body every day. So we try and do that, 1 or 2 rest days. Flexible eating, where do I start? Do not have a beige fucking diet. Oh my god, we are made to, well, I'm just eating Tang Long, Gouda, Oi, guava, dragon fruit, and I think it's like a Giacomo turnip, which I used to eat in the mountainous region in Vietnam because of my ex. Very juicy, got an earthy kind of sugar to it. A range of food with colours, textures, taste, vitamins, nutrition. Human beings are scared of food these days. We are scared of it. I have people around me who won't eat that or won't eat this because we're just really not brought up. This is so fucking sad. We're not brought up eating real food anymore. We don't eat things that are grown. That is it. Wow, I just summed it up. We don't eat things that are grown anymore. They're made and cooked and fried. And I think that if you ever like want to get healthy in your life or like lose weight or feel great, it is the easiest thing in the world. If you can't catch it or it doesn't grow from the ground, don't eat it. I'm talking about pita bread, tacos, things that like we like to wrap, substitute things in things, don't we? We like to make everything like, oh, this or that. But as humans as well, if you want to feel satiated and feel full, we're supposed to crunch food. We're supposed to get it and crunch it, and it will release enzymes in our mouth to break it down and then tell us that we are full. So yeah, I just think that the biggest thing that someone can do in their life is just fix their diet. Rice, yeah, well, rice is a modern day thing because of it's been milled and processed now, and that will raise your blood sugar in a bad way. So I don't even eat rice. I just eat baked sweet potatoes, white potatoes, which are fine, and I get my carbs from like 1,000 other foods, which is just not bread or rice or pasta. I'm not someone who's like won't eat any fucking pasta then, or like, oh, we can't even fucking have a plate of pasta. Yeah, I'll have a double cream risotto, fucking mushroom tagliatelle up your ass on like a Friday or a Saturday, and then I'll feel kind of bad that I've eaten it, I'm not gonna lie, because it just doesn't align with what I want to put in my body on a regular basis. And pasta is a processed food. So think about another video on our microbiome and our gut bacteria. Oh my god, linked to depression, autism, Alzheimer's, your microbiome and your gut. So you need to feed your gut. Lastly is curiosity and pattern seeking. Constantly scanning, learning, storytelling, and making sense of the world, which we actually do a lot, and sometimes that's overreactive now. So this is the only one that's not been watered down or kind of find the vocabulary like diluted, clouded. Yeah, stained over. I don't know. That's the only one that we actually are too overreactive now, which explains why our nervous systems are always going fucking crazy. And you're not made to be sat on a computer responding to an email from some cunt 2 fucking floors away about some random shitty matter. We're just not made for that, and I don't want to do anything like that ever. I'm gonna really try and make a life for myself where I feel that my short time on this earth is not wasted, shit like that. But it's hard. Neanderthals. Extremely strong, compact bodies. We have some of that. We've lost it. We're becoming flaccid office workers. Cold adaptation, close range hunting, large brains, and a much more smaller, tighter group. And our light sensitivity with our circadian rhythm and stress system, fight or flight, is what we carry the most from our Neanderthal bros and sisters, as well as nature connection, need for movement, and whole food preference biologically. So I feel like this has been revolutionary in, again, kind of thinking when someone has an issue, or we have a health problem or an ailment, or we're going through something, and you just think, ooh, how can I say this? What do I need? What do I need? Look at me. I'm just a stupid hairy fucking ape. I'm just a human being who is made for picking delectable treats off a tree and feeling the juice and the sugar burst in my mouth, sitting by the lake and bathing and trying not to be inappropriate, plaiting my pubes and getting head on the grass. I'm not made to be sat giving like a lot of mental exertion in an office under lights at a time when my body shouldn't have light, eating food which is got zero connection or nutrient to what we usually eat and what we've been programmed to eat for the last 300,000 years. So if you got through this video, I am passionate about this topic and I'm passionate about health, and I always regret that I couldn't study medicine or biology seriously at university and pursue a career in that, because you can't do that now. I'm 29 and my degree's in English and creative writing, and I'm a teacher in Vietnam, and I'm not going to go back to England anytime soon, and just I'll save that for another video as well. Couldn't live in that fucking country. So I'm passionate about this topic, so I hope that if you're ever feeling lost, sick, something's wrong, don't know what to put your finger on it, you're going through something, ask yourself, what do you need? And maybe I can just leave it there and make it ambiguous or elusive or metaphorical for, you know what I mean when I say, what do you need? What do you need? Is it nature? Is it peace? Is it the sound of the waves? Is it whole uncooked food? I don't believe that we should eat uncooked food. I read a study on that the other day, and cooking food was absolutely revolutionary in the longevity of humans. And we were supposed to discover out how to change the molecular fucking structure of food through cooking. Other animals kind of do the same. They ferment things and stuff, which is crazy to think about. Animals actually see the state of something that they've picked and know that it needs to go through a process. It's like, wow. So there's a reason why us homo sapiens were the surviving species out of Neanderthals. So okay, but like now what? Are we doing this right? Communism, Donald Trump. Jokes, communism is not fairly bad, I don't think. Donald Trump, pollution, climate change. We're fucking up. We're fucking up. And yeah, I hope you can ask yourself, what do you need? Maybe, I'm not really telling you to chomp on a piece of celery in the woods, but it might help you out, who knows. Google about, you can watch a documentary on Netflix called something like The Start of the Neanderthals, and also Hack Your Health. Feeding your gut is insane. Revolutionary scientific studies and progress in research there about your gut microbiome, things that are missing. Fecal matter transplant was when they transplanted feces from another human. Literally, I'll break it down. Put it in another human. That human got depression like that human. That human got acne like the other human. They took it away, the acne went, the depression went, and it's all to do with the food that we're eating and the bacteria which is screaming for different things. People in rural areas who have great diets still, say like mountainous areas in Vietnam, their gut microbiome is like a big rainbow, diverse selection of bacteria with a lot lower rates of disease. People who live in the city have got like 2, 3, 4 different types of gut microbiome. We're all suffering, we're all doing bad, and it's just linked to modern day life. I'm a homo sapien. This homo sapien is, yeah, sober for the third day properly, but I'm not counting that. Yeah, I'll talk about that in another video. Thanks for watching. If I've not elaborated on any points, I've noticed that I have a tendency to do that. I'll just kind of talk and then look back on it and think, oh, I should have spoken about that. But I just, you know, I'm gonna carry on eating my turnip, my guava, and my dragon fruit. I'm gonna cook 500 grams of chicken breast in ginger and orange in a bit for like 110 grams of protein. Wow, thank you. I feel on top of the world today. Every day gets better in sobriety. You just got to give yourself the gift of that, and speak about that in another video. Shout out to Veronica Valley, my idol. Just finished by talking about myself, which is what I am here to do. So I don't feel crazy anymore. Connor's not supposed to be doing this. I'm not made for this. We are not made for this. I need to find a way to make my life full of nature, connection, creativity, not producing too much in a day. I didn't elaborate on that point. As human beings, I'm not sure how much we're supposed to be giving and producing all day. I don't think it's like natural, especially in a mental and physical sense. I don't know. If you live quite a sedentary life and you work in an office, then, you know, maybe your boss should be sending you to fucking walk up the stairs with like a case of water or something. I don't know, might do you some fucking good. But yeah, I'm not sure how much we're supposed to be giving all day to some one person in a fucking capitalism, man. Modern day life is fucked up. It's none of this. None of this. So yeah, I don't feel crazy anymore. I know that I'm really in tune with my homo sapien self and Neanderthal self. And I'm going to try and nurture that part of me more and see where it takes me on a spiritual level.